Welcome back to the Artisan of Glimmith. Let's pick up right where we left off. They are the 9th region. This one is weird. This one is weird. If we were to put it centered, it would be something like that. It would only take one. You could rotate it around. You could take that one instead of that one, or that one, or that one. But that's what would happen. Therefore, it must not be that way. If it were to take that and that, and that, the only way we can see here, this is a cross with a corner filled in. If it was that and that, it would be that. And then it would take one of the corners. That one has to take that, that, and one of the corners. I don't know which. Takes one of the corners. Now this one could do that, or that. It needs, put that, dang it. It needs to take two of these, which means it's taking this one. That. It could do this. It could do that. Which would mean this one was taking this piece. Ha! That would mean if this took that, that would mean that this one would have to take that, it would need to be that and that. Now it could be those two or these two. Could it be? Yes, okay. There's no other way that one could get to here other than being this shape. If that one is down there. So this one would be up here. Okay. There we go. Now that makes more sense. This one takes those. This one is those, not these. What's that? This one right here. That right there is no good. It's blocked in. It can't connect to the outer shape, which also cannot connect to itself. Okay. So all of that doesn't work because of that and the fact that this hits the top and this hits the bottom. However, this one would still be taking that. Yeah, it would have to take those. And yeah, that would still make it that shape. Okay. That means this one does not do this. It then must be taking that. This one must be taking that. This can't get to here. So this one has to take that. This, nothing can get to this one. So it's doing that one. And it's there. So it's moved up a little. Now this one has to be that shape. And it needs to take two. And this one needs to be one of them. Which means, well, it also needs to take that. Now, the only way that that T shape fits into this, it could be there. It could take those two. Or those two. It's always going to take that one. It might take that one or that one. It doesn't do anything here. It does not go there. It doesn't take that. So it's that one or that one. This again leads to this one being that. Because something has to take that. Now this one's going to have to get out of here. There you go. That one needs to do this. This is going to need to get through. What's taking that? This is taking that. Let's change the color of that one. Everything, including that. Now, that one has to be part of this one. So there. That is going to have to be the one that takes that. This is here. Make it green like that. So now this one is that corner. There you go. And to finish it off, this one does that, meaning that this one takes that to finish. Whew. That took a very long time. I was looking for one that would go for about 5 minutes. That one took maybe 20. Everything in here is starting to get to be a harder puzzle. Hi. Let's go with that hiding one. Shape bank 2s and 4s. Delta and polyomino. This takes that. I don't know which way it's going to go. That takes that takes that, and that takes that. 2s and 4s. If this were to be a 4 like that, then there'd be a 2 here, a 2 here, a 2 here, 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 and here. This is going to... That is our symmetry break right there. That delta isn't here. So that would mean that this was a 4, 2, 2, 4, 2, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, and 2, and now it's broken. Because this 4 needs to be here and here. And that's an S, not a square. Oh. Yeah, this whole region is a bit harder. Okay. So what can I see? Yeah, it's got to just be which way around you start. Like that. All of these. That one now works. that all fits. Doing that up there. I would like to check, though, if it were to do that, that would be that, this would be that, that, this, that. There'd be that and that, which would make that, then this. Yeah. There would be nothing in this 2x3 area to tell us which way to go. So there's no way this is going to be it. It has to break somewhere. There, right here. Okay, so we can just do all the things. Whoops. All of them. All the way around. Like that. Now we know that this has to be the 2x2 because of the domino there. And the rest of this all fills in. Where was that one? Oh, under there, okay. Let's take on something over here. Shape Bank, Rose Window, Delta, Gemini. Ooh. There are 5, 10, 15 regions. $99. It's 11 by 9. One set of these is $21. So if that then that's 14, 21, and this is the last of it is 15. Okay. Given these four shapes, this one has to come out here, take that. I don't know if it takes this one here or not. This one has to be the same shape. And if it just went like that, it wouldn't be taking any of the roses. It's got to do that, which means it's a 4. This one comes up here to finish. The only thing that can take that space and get 2 is that. Which means this has to also do that, but I don't know if it's going to take those or those. I know it doesn't go there. There. Okay, if this takes this one right here, this right here cannot take any of the symbols except the ones down here. And something here using the shape bank would not work. So this has to do that. I don't know what that one does yet. It could go this way to here, or this way to there or there. That one can't touch that. So it must take that. This piece has to be part of that, and it is not like that, so it's got to do that. It's got to be different from this. That has to go with that. It could come up to here, just like that. Or it could come over to here. Well, it can't come over here and go up here. Okay. Notes. If this were to do that, then this shape here would have to be that, because these pieces, this all needs to be part of something. And this one would have to also be that, but they need to be different. Therefore, this is not a 4x1, and it's not a 4x2, and it's not a 3x1. Therefore, it is a 3x2, which means it takes those. Now, whatever is here has to be different from that. The only way for this to do anything is for it to take that. Otherwise, it's going to have to be a 5 by 2, which is not valid. So it takes all of that, and it needs to go like that, so it's different. This one comes out like that. It might stop right there. Or take that. This area looks like the only way these get filled in is to do that. And then there's that one. Now this is going to be with that one. This is not taking that. So this one has to go with that. Now this one could go to that, then this to that or that, and this to the other one. These right here, if this is gonna do anything right here, it's gonna be part of that, which means that this one is that one. Now I know that this is that and this is that. Here we have another 2x4, so that. This is not a 2x4, and this is not a 2x4. Like that. This is all going to have to be filled in by this one, which then takes that to finish. Okay, have I got a 4 anywhere? What about that? That's a 5. That one. Precision. Okay, precision and mingle shape. Just to remind us that these exist. All regions must have an area of exactly 5, and mingle shape. Neighboring regions must have different shapes. This one's got to be here. This area is 7. So there are 2 pieces that are not part of this shape region. Could be that one and that one, or that one and that one, but this has to be a different region. This one comes out here. It's going to have to be that. I don't know what else it's doing. In here, this is 6, 7, 8, 9. So that, there's 1 sticking out there to make up 10. Am I seeing multiple ways of doing this? Wait. Okay. Mingle shape. Mingle shape is the rule. Okay. I could do that, but then these two would be the same shape. Therefore, we do that. We get a cross and an F. This one comes out here. That comes out. I don't know if it's that. This is not a cross. And no, I'm not really sure how that goes. It's not a cross because it would be the same there. And it's not an F, which would do that. That would break anyway. Right. That means if it's not an F, it doesn't do that. It does not do that. And it doesn't do that, which are the two options if it takes that space. Therefore, it does not take that one. It comes this way, and now it can't take that one because there's this shape here. Now this one has to take that, clear that out, and it's done. This could be the I or the long L. It takes one of these two. What else we have here? One of these two is taken. This takes the other. And okay. This is, it takes one of those, so this is the end of it. In here, I'm going to take everything except one, and that one has to be that space. Now this can't be a P. There. That one and that one are the same shape, but they don't touch. This one comes out here, and it takes that or that. This one is a different shape. And that's 3. It's going to need 4 and 5. No. 4, and one of these two will be 5. So it doesn't go there. Now, let's see. That would be a T, and that would be a Y. L, C. So there's no conflict possible there. The conflict has to be with something else. 4, 5. that. This can't be that shape. Now, this is for... Okay, this is going to be that. And that's going to take that or that. This takes the other. Meaning we have a P here, which means this is, well... Yeah, look at the puzzle. This can't take that. Right. There. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.